Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Journeyman. We're going to start this episode by signing up a couple of players. I think it's about time that we went through the Trialists that we've got and basically just sorted out our players and who's going to be in the first team and who's not. So I think to start things off, I think Sutsalupa is a bit of a no-brainer. I think he's going to have to get signed, so he wants quite a high wage, though I thought he might ask for quite a bit. So we're going to have to see if we can knock this down, see if we can knock his agent fee and sign-on fee down, see how he gets on with that. Yeah, he looks like he's going to cost us a bit of money, this guy, but I think he's definitely going to be worth it. He's got really good work rate in centre midfield, and obviously we need someone who can partner Moyo, and I think that he complements him quite well. So yeah, we'll see what he's going to offer. See if we can knock that down again. Going to offer quite a few of them stuff for winning the league. Obviously, if we do win the league, I'm not too fussed about paying out some bonuses to the squad, and it means that obviously if I can knock the actual overall wage down, then it's a positive for us. So let's just see what he's going to accept. Might have to go 925, which is quite heavy, but he actually wants more than that. I need to get this done quite soon because otherwise he's probably going to go orange, and he has done. Oh, that's not good news at all. £1,000 a week. It's a lot of money for this league, but I do think that because I'm only playing the three midfield, I think that I'm going to have to get some good centre midfielders, so I might have to just offer him what's on the plate. Yeah, I'm going to offer him. So yeah, hopefully he's going to come in. Haraba's set to sign. I've actually ended up getting a trialist called Kwadwa Samoa. I wish it was the real one. He's 19 from Ghana, so he might end up being actually alright. So we'll see how he gets on. Lucky Coon. Radaby. I do still think they're probably going to be my two strikers, but at the moment I'm not in a massive rush to sign them both on. I just kind of want to see how they get on, but I've literally got no option, so it's probably going to have to be those two, to be honest. Hendricks set to sign. We did delay him last time. Yeah, we're going to confirm him and get him in. So, Byron Hendricks, really good player. I'm not sure I'm going to play him just yet, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so we've actually got a game today, but what I'm going to do is basically, I do this every time, is that I'm just going to try and create like a 22, 23 man squad out of what I've got, just clear up the players that I don't think I'm going to use, and actually put them into the positions like actually how they would fall on the bench, just to see whether I've got enough at the minute and where everyone's going to play, and just get a bit of a better feel, because I feel like there's just so many players at the moment that I've got on trial and things like that I just need to clear it all up. So yeah, we're just going to do that. I've got a lot of players down here. I just think I'm going to have to sell them, because I can't get them into the 22. So there really isn't any point in me keeping them. Kwadwa Samoa, God, yeah, I did get this Zondi guy in. He's on loan. He looks like he might be okay. This guy, he's not the best. They're not too bad as a backup. I can always go back to having one or two up front as well. Eckersley, he looks okay, but I really don't think I'm going to get him, and I don't think he's going to get his work permit either, to be honest. But let's just swap these out. So this is kind of, at the moment, looking a little bit more like my first team. Bantamoy is a keeper that I got in on a trial. He's actually foreign, and he's not that great, but I'm going to give him a game just to see how he gets on. He might end up doing okay, he might end up being terrible, but yeah, let's go to this game. So Supersport Utd, I think that they're actually in the league above, so we're probably going to get a hide in here. Okay, so calm. Let's just see how we get on. Third game. Hopefully we'll get these friendlies out of the way pretty soon. Yeah, I've not been too enthusiastic about any of these because I'm not really too bothered at the moment. To be honest, I don't even know what my first team is, so I can't really get excited about players I've got no clue about. I've got a bad feeling about this one. I feel like they're probably going to absolutely dispatch us, but we'll see. We might end up surprising a few. A few of the pundits. It's a good ball and it's in. Grobler. I was just poor defending all around that, to be honest, which is concerning because it's probably going to be my first choice defence, but I suppose we can't be expecting to beat teams that are in the league above at this point in time. I would like to go on quite a little bit of a cup run. It just depends really. If I'm doing well in the league, then I probably won't be too bothered about the cup. Oh, Fergie Lakai. yeah, if we're doing well in the league, then I'm not too bothered about the cup at all, because obviously I'd rather concentrate on the league. And if you've got extra cup games, then it's a bit of a nightmare. Oh, got a chance. It's Radaby. He's got legs, and it's in. Quelanto. Welcome, Quelanto. What a great name that is. Yeah, so we'll just see how we get on. We might end up getting a tough draw, but if we're doing poor in the league, I'd like to do pretty well in the cup and try and take us quite far, get a bit of money behind us. That's that Lakai again. 3-1. He looks alright. I mean, he is 19 and he's got better stats than any of my players, so it's probably to be expected that he's going to bang a couple against me, but yeah, 3-1. We are still struggling for a little bit of max fitness at the moment, but I don't think I can blame it on that. Let's just see. Yeah, show me something else. Well, that didn't really go to plan either. And again, I'm not really bothered about the team talks and the friendlies. I just want to sort of get these out of the way as quick as I can. Get into the real games. God, they're knocking it about. I mean, it does look ridiculous, this formation, because obviously there's just 3 players stood right up front. They are supposed to be doing high work rate so that when it sort of goes out to the fullbacks, they close them down. But this is what I'm looking for just in this league. And it's 3-2. I thought he might have been offside there. Lucky Coon. So we're back in it. 3-2. Radaby's picked up an injury. Twisted knee. It's not too bad. But we're going to take him off, definitely. I always take players off when they've got an orange injury. If you don't, then it seems that they actually end up getting a worse injury in the end. So if you take them off straight away, they might only get, I don't know, a week or 2, whereas it could end up being 3 weeks, 4 weeks if you don't. I mean, in absolute, if I need a player to, like if I had a player that was absolutely amazing and it was 20 minutes left, then I might leave him on. But yeah, it's best taking Radaby off. He's probably going to be one of my better players this season. I did wonder a little bit whether he is injury prone. I just don't understand why he would be available. Usually with players like that, they get bad injuries. Obviously, he's getting on a bit and he's very quick, so usually they're susceptible to injuries. But yeah, 3-2. It's not bad really, to be honest. They are in the league above, so not the end of the world. 4 weeks for Radaby. That's very annoying. I think that's probably going to be the start of the season as well. So let's just check his injuries. No, he's not had anything. I mean, I don't know whether it does usually show them, but I don't know whether with these players he would, because they're just kind of unknowns. But yeah, let's see. Sutsalupa, yeah, let's sign him. Maybe I'll delay it actually. Let's just delay it for now. I think we're going to offer Coonan a deal. Let's just see what wages they want. 600 odd pound. Let's look at Radaby, 700, bit of a bargain. Who else is there down here? Clifton Davids. I think I think I might as well just ship him, to be honest, because he doesn't look any good. Let's just get rid. Emmanuel. I had hoped that he'd be okay, but he scored that Oggy and he's been pretty terrible since. Longo. Not keen on him either. I've got 3 strikers, obviously, that I've brought in on loan, so I'm not going to bother with him. Sigalo. Yeah, I think he's going to go as well. I'm not really going to play with a centre attacking mid, and I've got strikers that are coming out my ears. Mama Shayla, I hope that he was going to be good as well, but I think I'm going to get rid of him. Roger Da Costa. Mentals aren't looking good, but we'll keep him for now. Let's have a look. Jamini. Yeah, he's more of a winger. I think we're going to get rid of him. He's not got the pace to get past anyone, even though he's got some good technicals. So I think that obviously I've basically sorted it into like a 23, and I've got quite a few of my own players at the bottom, and they're actually worth a bit of money, to be honest. So hopefully I'll be able to get rid of them. So let's just offer them out, see if we can get a little bit of money for some of them first. Okay, Enlovu set to sign. Yeah, go on, let's just get him in. I'm not massively sold on him, but potentially to be a key player for the team. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Radaby. Yeah, let's sign him. Let's sign Radaby. I mean, even though he's injury prone, I think that he's going to do some serious damage in this league, because out of the players that I've looked at, there isn't anyone who's anywhere near even sort of like 16 pace, to be honest. 575. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I thought that, to be honest, I thought he was going to be at least a grand a week. Yeah, this Lucky Coon looks like he could be really good as well. He actually is a lot better technically, and he's still got 14 for pace. And obviously, you've seen how Mohal flies down the wing. He should definitely do some damage up front. So yeah, let's see what he'll offer. I'm not going to go too low ball on this guy. Yeah, another thing that I do is relegation release clause. If you knock that down, usually they'll accept a lower wage for some reason, and I don't think I'm going to get relegated anytime soon. So just stick that down and knock him down by a little bit. Still unsure on Colanto. His determination's 1, which I think is going to impact him quite a bit. He's got an okay amount of pace at the moment, but he's old and it's going to go down. He's really good technically though, but I'm still not certain on him. And obviously I've got quite a few strikers now. So I'm just going to have a look at the budget. We've actually got like 2k of spare wage now. We've managed to free up, which is really, really good. All right, so we're going to have a look on the scouting again. I'm not happy with a few of the positions, so I'm just going to see if we can get someone who's either going to play that anchorman, centre back, just some sort of defender, to be honest. And I wouldn't mind getting a couple of loans in if possible. And I'm just basically going to do that, and then just look at the tackling first. Not lower. He's only 17. Listed for loan. Oh, his mentals are absolutely horrendous. Just such a grind in these leagues when you're going through the scouting, and it is really difficult, but it kind of makes it even better when you do get someone who's quite good. I think this guy might be okay. He's on a free loan as well, so it's kind of a bit of a no-brainer. See how he is. Yeah, again, I'm just basically looking across the line just to see sort of like the passing stat, or if the tackling's really good, or just trying to get a little bit of even stats for what I can see. Didier Coney. I think duration 4 months. Well, we'll just offer it anyway. I think he could be all right. It looks like he could be decent. Sit hole. Doesn't want to go on loan. Just want to try and get a couple more free loans in, to be honest. And if we can do, then it's a positive, isn't it? So let's put on defensive and see. Jump in. See if we can get someone who's decent in the air. I'm basically just looking across the acceleration column here, to be honest with you. Just seeing if there's anything like 9. Like, yeah, this guy's not bad. Leshaba, he's from Orlando Pirates as well, which obviously they're a big team. He's 6'5", so he must be good in the air. So yeah, we'll get him in. Looking a little bleak for the rest of them. Let's see. Yeah, he'll go on loan. Let's just get him in, see what he's like. There isn't actually a limit on the amount of loans that I can take, so I'm just going to get as many as I can in. And obviously, if they're no good, then I'll just terminate them. Compost. I mean, his marking is shocking, but his tackling's decent. He could be alright. He's got some alright physicals. Is that acceleration 15? Yeah, it's 15. 15 to 20. So yeah, he could be alright. Okay, so we've got another friendly now, and we've actually managed to get this Mashoini in. He's not great. He's got some good pace, but overall he's not a great player. But I mean, we might need some cover in the centre of midfield, and at the moment I think he's going to have to just do. And I think Hendricks didn't really like it in centre defensive mid last time, so I'm thinking we're going to try and Moyo a bit deeper in this one just to see. We are playing against Swallows, who are also in the league above. So, yeah, we're probably not going to do too great against this. But the reason that I did the friendlies how I did them is that we actually got paid a little bit of money for having friendlies against these. Yeah, and I've just offered Tao out because I'm not massively sold on him either. We're getting a little bit more of a squad. I can kind of see where my team's going to come from. It's just that we've got some big gaping holes in players. I don't know where to play them, to be honest. But yeah, let's just see. So yeah, we're going to just set up the opposition instructions, and we'll give them a bit of a passionate team talk. One player looked delighted. Great. So here we go. Swallows away. Probably going to get beat in this one, but we'll just see how we get on. Not necessarily the end of the world if we do get beat, to be honest. But I would like to get a little bit of momentum going just before like the start of the season and the end of the friendlies. It's a good knock. Lucky Coon. Oh, big chance. Corner. Let's see if we can do anything off this. Decent delivery. Oh, Sauls. Decent chance. They're dominating it in the middle of the pitch, big time, and they're playing a lot of the football in our half. They seem to be just swamping us with possession at the moment. I think it's going to be a case of like hoping that a big boot out from the defence is going to do the job. I just don't think we're going to be able to pass through any teams with the players that I've got at the moment. Half time 0-0 is decent though. I think these are actually quite a good team. And that team talk didn't go well at all. I mean, they just don't seem to react. I've found in pre-season ones that the team talk is pretty much useless. So I'll just try and get a little bit of greens. Otherwise, we'll probably get absolutely smashed in the second half. Maybe swap the strikers around a little bit. Let's see. No, it's just ridiculous. Tries to dribble past him and fouls him. Oh, corner. Corners are the bane of my life on this game. Nothing worse. Late equalising corner or free kick or just like a horrible like fucking 45-yard free kick. Takes the result away from you. Coon's not doing too well. Put Quanta onto the left hand side. Cheats at Sleeper out. Got a little bit of match fitness going for a couple of other players now though, for like the core of the team. So yeah, hopefully we'll be alright when the season starts. Doesn't look like it's going to be another highlight. Oh, chance. Probably going to be their chance unless we snatch it. And we have. It's an Mohau. Decent knock. Asamoah. Good knock. Mohau. Oh. Mahoa. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. Decent result this though. Could have snatched a draw against a team who I think these are actually pretty good in the league above. So it's looking all right. We've still got a couple of trialists. We've not got full match fitness yet. So even though we've lost the last two, it's kind of still quite positive, to be honest. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, don't worry about the result, boys. All right, so we've had an offer for Tao, so we're going to sell him. And we've got Galloway on a set to sign, so we're just going to delay him for a week. There's no rush on him at all. So, all right, so we've got one of the loanees. It's I think I called him Compost before. It's Compost. Let's all look at him. He's very quick. He's very good in the air. I mean, his mental stats aren't great, but they're actually quite close to 10, so that's not too bad at all. So yeah, we'll see how he gets on. I mean, I'd love to play him left back because I'm struggling there at the minute. I don't think he's going to be able to play right back because I think that Mohau's better than him and he's also got better crossing attributes. So he could play defensive midfield, to be honest. He could play there. He's got the jump in. And he's quite quick, so he might end up doing quite a decent job in there. But yeah, he's quite a good little utility player. And obviously because we're selling Tau as well, we've needed a cover at right back. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that little loan that we've just managed to get there. Okay, so Radaby set to sign. And we're going to confirm him, I mean, definitely. And we've managed to get Lashaba, who's another one of the loanees. He's actually really good. I mean, again, mental stats aren't great. He is quite young, though. But he's not that leggy, but he could definitely play in defensive midfield as an anchorman, so he may have to get retrained. And obviously, we were struggling at left back as well, so potentially he could be our first choice left back. Okay, so we've got Radaby. We've offered Makele out, so we're going to try and sell him. And we've managed to get Kasipe, who's another one of the loanees. Bit more rounded, a little bit better mentals, very good decisions, which is good. But yeah, just trying to fill the squad out. Obviously, we were struggling for for some defensive players, and obviously I think most of these can get retrained in midfield as well. So I think we've done all right there, to be honest. Okay, so Kuhn's set to sign, so we're going to confirm him. Okay, really good, really good. I'm very happy with him. I think he's going to score some serious goals in this league, and with him and Radaby up front and Sals as well. And I mean, we've got a couple of decent young loanees as well. So what I wanted with the 4-3-3 was 3 good strikers, and I think we've got them, and I think they're going to get some goals between the 3 of them, which is positive. It's good news. Good news. Okay, so Tao set to sign, so we're going to get rid of him, and we're going to choose our captain. So I think it's going to be Moyo, Hendricks and Moyo. Yeah, I think that's a done deal, to be honest. New player is vice captain, but I think he's going to be pretty solid. And I've found that on these games that you want to pick 2 players that are going to play in every game, because the vice captain and captain, I think, are very, very important for your whole team. And I think that without them, you end up just flopping in games for some reason. I've just found that that's just the case. So yeah, I think Hendricks and Moyo are going to start pretty much every game, so that's pretty good news, to be honest. Especially in the cup games, actually, to be honest, as well. The vice captain and captain should play. I think that it might just be literally completely not a coincidence, but I've found that that definitely is a thing on this game. So yeah, it's just something for you to look out for. Okay, so squad win bonuses, just normal do. Okay, so we're on to the next friendly, which is against African Warriors. Let's hope they're not actual African Warriors, otherwise we might be in for a few injuries here. I've pretty much put out the first team that I'm thinking that I'm going to start the season with, but we've put Caposte and Le Charbot as the fullbacks just to see how they get on. Yeah, so I'll just do the opposition instructions. So yeah, let's see how we get on in this one. Hopefully, I do think these are actually a bit of a poor team. I think I picked a team that was a low reputation. I like to do that just before the start of the season, is I'll play some games towards the start, or well, I'll play maybe, oh my god, I spoke too soon. That's 30 seconds in. That is just not good. Yeah, so with the friendlies, I'll basically play like a maybe one lower team, and then play a few games against teams that are, oh bloody hell, that was close. Play a few games against teams that are around my level, maybe in the same league or something of a similar reputation, and maybe one bigger team, just to sort of get a feel for whether my squad's good enough or not. And then just before the end of pre-season, I'll probably play 2 games. Yeah, 2 games that are against weaker opposition, just to get the morale up, because I found that I used to basically just play like a load of hard friendlies, get as much money in as I could. But if you go into the season with poor morale, then you seem to just really flop, to be honest. Like, I mean, at the moment we've got like okay, fairly good for 2 of them, and maybe a couple of fairly goods on the bench, but I want to get them to near enough superb if I can before the end of this. Although in saying this, we're 1-0 down at half time, and I think this is one of the games that we were supposed to win comfortably. So, alright, let's just give him a kick up the arse calmly. A calm kick up the arse. Strikers aren't doing the biz at the moment. Come on. Come on. 70th minute and we're still getting beat. This is not good. I wanted to try and get these up to full match fitness. We have got pretty high match fitness now, to be fair, but this is not looking particularly great. Let's hope that when the season starts, they're going to hit the ground running. I think that, well, I don't really want to speak too soon, to be honest. We might do all right, we might not. So yeah, just bring a couple of these on. See if we can grab a late goal just to make it a draw, so that it's not as embarrassing for the 20 fans that are in the stadium. It is pretty ridiculous. There seems to be a couple of the stadiums are quite big, and there doesn't really seem to be too many people in them. Like, look at that right hand side stand there, there's just no one there. Yeah, full time, 1-0. Shocking, to be honest. 30-second goal. Sutsalupa's set to sign, so we're going to get him in because I think he's going to be one of our better players this season. We're going to do squad registrations. I'm pretty happy, albeit with that result then was pretty shocking, but you know, these things happen sometimes. Maybe that'll just spur us on to play a bit better. Yep, Galloway set to sign. Squad numbers. Let's see. I I do like to give them like squad numbers that are quite realistic. So yeah, this is what we've ended up going for. Not bad, not bad. Quite happy, to be honest. Weirdly enough, rather be number 7. Hopefully he's as good as some of Man United's number 7s over the years. Okay, so we've got another friendly now. This is against Black Leopards, and these are actually in our league. I mean, it's a much better name, isn't it? I'd love to have took over Black Leopards rather than Whitbank Spurs, but, you know, I don't think... Oh, no. Oh, my... You have got to be joking. You have got to be joking. How long was that one? A minute? Oh, Jesus. Jesus. That's not looking good. That's not looking good at all. Oh, can't help but think it is my second choice keeper at the moment. He's still on trial, but I think I'm probably going to get him as a second choice just in case. Although I just can't help but blame him somehow. Although most of the goals he conceded are terrible. These are knocking it about again now. Oh no. Ramatapa. Oh god, you bastard. You bastard. Galloway, 6.3. So you get signed and then you play shit. That's good. So they need to step it up calmly, kick them up the arse again, but I just don't want to go too aggressive at the moment. I do end up doing aggressive team talks quite a bit. It usually gives them a good kick up the arse, but I think in a friendly, I think it's a bit overboard, to be honest. I don't think screaming at them is going to make any odds, but this isn't looking great. Although, to be fair, it's, like I said before, the friendlies, that was a good hit, that. The friendlies, yeah, I never do particularly well at the start of the season, but then it'll kick in, and then I've ended up winning leagues just because we go on an absolute monster run. But I think if we're going to get promoted this season, it's probably going to be pretty tight, if at all. But I have got faith. I've got faith in the strikers. Obviously, Radaby and Kuhn and Sales, I think as a 3 are probably going to do pretty well. I think Sutsalupa and Moyo in the middle is probably going to be one of the best centre midfield pairings in the league. I've had a look around and there's no one that's really as good as those two. So I'm pretty happy in that on that basis. But it's the defence and the keeper that's the problem, which I usually spend more money on the defenders, that's the thing, so that I'm solid and at least you can grab like a 1 goal and maybe win. Oh, we've got a chance. Let's go, Sana. Oh, bloody hell. 2-0. 2 fucking 0. Alright, so we're going to have a look at the squad depth. Obviously, we've got no wingers, so that's to be expected. Striker-wise, Radaby's obviously doing pretty well up there. We've got Lucky Kuhn as well. Sals, Parasnath, Sondi, so it's kind of as expected, to be honest, up there. As I said in midfield in the last game, Moyo and Sutsalupa look like they're going to be really good in centre midfield. 2 4-star centre mids is good, but in terms of depth, we've not really got any. So I do think that Hendricks is probably going to end up playing in defensive mid, so I'm not too concerned about that. And I see that, yeah, I think it might be Koposte or Leshabe. I think one of those two is going to probably play there as well. It does actually say on here that Thabang Roy is 4.5 star at centre back, but I'm just going to have to disagree with that one, to be honest, because I don't really think he is. I could maybe try him there though, but yeah, I think again he might end up being a centre midfielder that I choose, or a centre defensive mid. Obviously because his tackling's so good, but in terms of everything else, he's pretty poor. So we're looking okay. I say okay, but we're not really that great. We've not really got that much depth, but I think that I'm relatively happy. Considering where we started, I think that we've improved the team a lot, particularly up front, because obviously we had Sals before, who was like 2.5 star, and we've got like a couple that are better than him now. We've got a lot of right backs, but I usually do end up with quite a few right backs, to be honest. And the concerning thing about that is that the actual right back I'm going to pick is bottom of that list. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we get on. I think that we might do all right. We might do all right. So the last thing that I'm going to do is just show you the tactics that I'm currently playing. Obviously, I've not done that until now, but I think that now that the squad's coming together a little bit, I think we can probably do that. So we're basically going to try and play with some wing backs and try and get on an overlap as much as possible, which I think is going to work out quite well, to be honest. And obviously try and play with 3 strikers. We're still going to try and exploit the flanks, even though we're playing with like a narrow team, because obviously we want the wing backs to come into play. And I think that this wide strikers are probably going to do quite a bit of damage, because like you saw that Rada being one of the games ran down the wing, so I think that that could be quite good. I mean, I don't want to play completely direct, but I don't want to play like too short, because I just don't think we'll be able to pass it around, and we'll probably cause more problems than we'll actually create from doing that. In terms of closing down and tighter marking, I always select that. Wide as the width, I always play as that. I actually used to play tempo as fast, but I've noticed that particularly in the lower teams, they just end up just like it's like a hot potato all the time. So you might as well just keep that on normal. I don't want them to play slowly, because I think that the chances that we can break, I think we're going to probably do pretty well with that. And then the defensive line, I usually do that as slightly deeper. We've not got horrendously slow defenders, so I think that we can get away with doing that. If we did have really slow defenders, I'd probably go even deeper than that and sort of just try and break at pace. You'll notice that I just took our work ball into the box as well. That was actually just on the tactic that I'd created before. I'm going to not do that, because I don't want them to pass it to get forward. I'd rather the overlapped and either did like a quicker cross, or yeah, just don't work the ball into the box, basically. Just try and get the ball forward as quickly as they can. I also do some player instructions as well, so I'll show you those probably in the next episode. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. So in the next one, we'll start the season. We've obviously got one more friendly left, so we'll get that out of the way pretty quickly. I think the transfer deadline day is also in a couple of weeks. I think it might be after one game into the season, so hopefully we'll get past that as well. We might end up getting a couple more players in, but I think in terms of players and scouting, I think we're pretty much done now. So yeah, if you liked the video, just hit the like button. You can subscribe if you like, and yeah, see you next time.